Hello students. Today we will be starting the next chapter, that is the triangles, and this is the last chapter of half yearly syllabus. So let us start the chapter that is triangles. Now before starting the topic of the triangles, let us discuss the syllabus of the chapter triangles. Now for this you open your R.S. Agarwal book, the first after leaving 2 pages. Over here mathematics syllabus is written. Now in that you go to geometry portion and hence the triangle portion. Now over here children, you can see it is written definitions, examples, counter examples of similar triangles. So this 3 words, definition, example, counter example of similar triangles. So you should understand the definition and related to the definition of the similar triangles, some examples and counter examples you should know so that to cover 1 mark question. Now number 1, prove. Now whenever it is written prove, means the proof of that theorem we have to do. Means it is a theorem whose proof will be is there in the syllabus. Now let us read it. If a line is drawn perpendicular to one side of a triangle to intersect the other 2 sides in distinct points, the other 2 sides are divided in the same ratio. Now this is also called Thales theorem or BPT theorem, and this is a very important theorem of this chapter. Now number 2, motivate. Motivate means we have to understand it and its use can come. Now motivate is if a line divides 2 sides of a triangle in the same ratio, the line is parallel to the third side. Now it is the converse of the BPT theorem. I will be proving it also, but it's motivate, so its proving may not come. Number 3rd is again motivate, and this is triple A similarity. So triple A similarity concept will be coming, proving is not over here. So we have to understand triple A similarity and its uses will be there. Proving of triple A similarity will not come. Again number 4, motivate. Now this one is triple S similarity. Now triple S similarity also we have to understand and it's proving. State and prove triple S similarity will not come. Motivate means we have to understand and its concept will come. I mean sums based on triple S will come. Number 5, it is SAS similarity. So SAS similarity also it is written motivate, so we have to understand the concept of SAS similarity and its uses. Number 6 also one theorem is there, that is if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of the right angle of a right triangle to the hypotenuse, the triangle on each side of the perpendicular are similar to the whole triangle and to each other. So this also is a theorem actually, so we will understand its uses and its concept will be used in solving the sums. Now number 7. Number 7 it is written PROVE, prove, and the statement is the ratio of the areas of the 2 similar triangles is equal to the ratio of their squares on their corresponding sides. Now make a cross mark over there. This theorem this time it is deleted from the syllabus of the chapter triangles. Number 8. Number 8 is proof that in a right angle triangle, the square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. Now this is also called Pythagoras theorem, and this is another important theorem of this chapter. So in this chapter, if we count of the theorems, 2 main theorems are there, BPT and this Pythagoras theorem. So number 9 again, when it is written PROVE, prove, and the statement is in a triangle if the square on one side is equal to the sum of the squares on the other 2 sides, the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. This is the converse of the Pythagoras theorem, and also make a cross over here because this time converse of Pythagoras theorem also is deleted. So what you will do, you will make a cross for number 7 and number 9. Number 7 and number 9 is deleted in this time syllabus of this standard 10 mathematics. The rest all are there, so only the deleted portion is number 7 and number 9. Now let us move to the chapter triangles. Now if we talk of the chapter triangles, the triangle chapter can be divided into few parts. Let me see. The first part we can say is definition plus introduction Second, BPT theorem. And its uses or application, let us write. Then this criteria of similarity. Then the area concept, that is the ratio of the area is equal to the square of the corresponding sides, is deleted, but that is the third topic in this. We will be doing few sums based on that topic. Obviously theorem will not come, but a few sums if we do, we will be confident when we face the examination that if suppose any sum comes up based on that topic, we may be able to do that. So sums based on similarity concept. Here I am writing area also. And last but not the least, Pythagoras theorem. Converse of Pythagoras theorem is deleted, but it's few sums we will be obviously discussing. So this is a geometrical chapter, and with concept a lot of topics are there. So you understand the topics, grasp the concepts, and please be regular when I teach triangle chapter. Whatever is taught, that much portion you must practice. Now, one thing I have to tell children, whatever sums I am doing, I am trying to cover all 100% of the sums of NCERT plus some extra sums of RS also I am doing. Those sums necessarily you do, and after doing those sums you practice extra sums from RS Agarwal or any other side book if you feel, but RS Agarwal definitely you do, because it is the prescribed second side book for our school. Now the examples, I mean number of sums in RS Agarwal are more. In example sums also you can see, at least in one topic you can see in some exercises 72 questions also are there. So whenever you see this number of questions, children, don't be discouraged and leave the exercise. You find the type of the sums, select the type of the sum. Don't do one type of the sum 20 sums. If you have time you practice obviously, but if you don't have time, you select the type of the sums and please do. So in this way, be a smart student. In spite of doing 100 sums and not able to do the 101st sum, you be a smart student, do every sum, every type of the sum, and should be able to do that 101st sum, which will be an unknown sum. So let us start the chapter triangles. Now, in standard 9 you have been taught congruent. A very lengthy chapter was there, congruence. So what is congruence, children? Two figures are said to be congruent if they have the same shape and size. It is denoted by the sign this one. Now in this sign we can see that two symbols are there, this equal to and this one. Now this equal to stands for size, means same size. And this symbol stands for same shape. So we conclude that two figures are said to be congruent if they have the same shape and size. Shape. Now let us come to similarity, the topic which we have to study. So two figures, two geometrical figures we can write. Here also we can write two geometrical figures are said to be similar if they have the same shape. It is denoted by this sign over here. Shape is same. So for example, two rectangles one rectangle 1, rectangle 2, 1 and 2 are similar. Similarly, number 2, any two circles are similar. Now over here we cannot say that all two triangles are similar, but we cannot say that all triangles in the world are similar. Maybe or different, some conditions should be there. So conversely, if we say that let us talk about similar triangles, which is the main topic of our syllabus. So two triangles are said to be similar if number 1, their corresponding sides are proportional and number 2, their corresponding angles are equal. Now over here I think children nothing understood. Maybe, but some of you might have understood also. That is now you will be able to understand. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF if angle A, number 1, angle A equals to angle D, angle B equals to angle E, and angle C is equals to angle F, and number 2, AB by DE equals to BC by EF equals to AC by DF. So two triangles are said to be similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are proportional. Now these two conditions, if you understand in the examination over here, either we can prove three angles to be equal, then the triangles are similar, or if we prove that the ratio of their sides are proportional, then also the triangles are similar. Now if further we will be able to understand more things with the help of the theorems and all, but for the time being this much only concept of similar triangles. Now we will be doing Thales theorem and then again back to the criteria of similarity. So now let us start BPT theorem or Thales theorem. Now the theorem which I was talking about is basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. So this theorem is also called BPT or Thales theorem. Now this theorem is important theorem of this chapter, whose proving also is included in the syllabus. So children, if the question comes like state and prove basic proportionality theorem, the statement and the proof, everything you have to write neatly. But if the statement only it is given, and in the statement only it is written that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, then prove that the two sides are divided in the same ratio. So in this case you don't have to write the statement, because statement only it is given over here. Then you have to directly prove it. So you understand the question properly, and if the statement it is asked, write the statement and then the proof. So let us start. Basic proportionality theorem. I am writing the statement. The statement is given everywhere in your book. Both the books it is written. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Now we will be writing over here. Suppose ABC, I am drawing a bigger figure. Suppose ABC is the given triangle, and at the point, suppose D and E, a line is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points. Then this side divides the other two sides in the same ratio, that is AD by DB equals to AE by AC. Simply, if without these statements, if we have to understand, in a triangle ABC, if DE is parallel to BC, then AD by DB equals to AE by EC, and this is only the Thales theorem. So let us start. First we will be writing given or triangle ABC in which DE is parallel to BC, and to prove what we have to prove, AD by DB equals to AE by EC. Now for proving we need some construction. So we will be writing over here construction. Now construction, children, first I will be drawing a perpendicular to the side AB from the point E. Again a perpendicular to the side AC from the point D. So I am drawing the perpendicular. Let us name it, suppose P and Q. Since construction has to be drawn dotted, I have rubbed like this, and join BE and CD. So what construction we have done, children? I repeat, draw DP and EQ perpendicular from D and E on AC and AB respectively. Also join BE and CD. After this we will be doing the proof. So I am writing the construction. Draw DP perpendicular to AC and EQ perpendicular to AB. Also join BE and CD. So this much. After this we will be going to the proof part. So let us move to the proof of basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. We know that area of a triangle is half into base into height. So area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE will be equals to half. Now for ADE we are taking AD as the base and EQ as the perpendicular. Then I can write this area as half into AD into EQ. Now for triangle BDE I am taking this BD as the base and perpendicular EQ. So half into BD into EQ. This EQ will be cancelled, half cancelled, and we are getting over here as AD by BD. Let us make it equation number 1. Again, area of triangle ADE by area of triangle CDE will be equals to half into, now over here ADE taking AE as the base and DP as the altitude. So half into AE into DP will be an area of CDE will be half into CE into DP, half into CE into DP. Again DP and half will be cancelled and we are getting it as AE by CE. Now triangle BDE and triangle CDE are on the same base DE and between the parallel lines DE parallel to BC. Therefore, area of triangle BDE equals to area of triangle CDE, implies area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE equals to area of triangle ADE by area of triangle CDE. Let us make it number 3. So number 1 says that ADE by BDE equals to AD by BD. Number 2 says that ADE by CDE equals to AE by CE, and number 3 says that ADE by BDE equals to ADE by CDE. So 1, 2 and 3 will imply that AD by BD equals to AE by CE. So at last step we will be writing equation 1, 2 and 3 implies AD by BD equals to AE by CE, and hence proved. Now let us move to the corollary of BPT theorem, which says that if in a triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC, then AD by AB equals to AE by AC. Also, AD by AB equals to AE by AC. So, if in a proper language we want to say, we can say that bigger by smaller, bigger by smaller. Both are equal. Again over here, smaller by bigger equals to smaller by bigger. Let us prove it. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. Therefore, by BPT, AD by DB equals to AE by EC. Take care, DB and EC, the numerator is the same which I want to prove, only the numerator we have to change. I mean AD has to be changed to AB and AE has to be changed to AC. Also one thing note, that AB is more than AD, and more we can get by adding 1. So this implies AD by DB means AD plus DB we will be getting as AB. So if I add 1 over here, I will be getting AB in the numerator. Plus 1 equals to AE by EC plus 1. This implies AD plus of DB by DB equals to AE plus of EC by EC. This implies AD plus DB is AB, AB by DB equals to AC by EC. So first part is proved. Let us write it number 1. Now let us move to the second part. Number 2. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. Therefore, by BPT, AD by DB equals to AE by EC. Now, AD and AE I have to leave as such, and I have to change this DB and EC to I have to convert this DB and EC to AB and AC, and the numerator by adding or subtracting cannot be changed, so I will have to reverse it. Now this implies DB by AD equals to EC by AE. Now this DB has now to be changed to AB. So obviously we will add it, add 1 to it. So DB by AD plus 1 equals to EC by AE plus 1. This implies DB plus of AD by AD equals to EC plus of AE by AE. This implies AB by AD equals to AC by AD. So I'll have to reverse it, because AD is required to be proved in has to be written in numerator. So this implies AD by AB equals to, this will be AE, sorry, equals to AE by AC, and hence proved. Now let us move to the converse of BPT or Thales theorem. The converse of BPT says that if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line must be parallel to the third side. So over here it is given that AD by DB equals to AE by EC. We have to prove that DE is parallel to BC. So given a triangle ABC in which AD by DB equals to AE by EC. Let us make it equation number 1. To prove DE is parallel to BC. Now, proof. Let us suppose if possible that DE is not parallel to BC, then there must be a point say F such that DF is parallel to BC. So let us make a point F. Now, this implies AD by DB equals to AF by FC by BPT. So from 1 and 2 we get AE, LHS is equal AE by EC equals to AF by FC. This implies AE by EC plus 1 equals to AF by FC plus 1. This implies AE plus of EC by EC equals to AF plus of FC by FC. This implies now AE plus EC will be AC by EC equals to AF plus FC is also AC, AC by FC. These two will be cancelled. This implies EC equals to FC, which is possible only when E and F coincide. That is, a small length cannot be equal to the bigger length from the same point. So this is possible only when E and F coincide, hence proved. Hence what we have to prove? DE is parallel to BC. Now sums based on BPT or Thales theorem. I have come to exercise 6.2 NCERT question number 4. Now NCERT question number 4 of exercise 6.2 says that in a triangle ABC, if DE is parallel to AC and DF is parallel to AE, prove that BF by FE equals to BE by EC. Now whenever you get some questions, such questions or questions based on BPT, see or find a triangle in which we can get this pair of parallel lines. Used BPT, that is the ratio of the which side equals to which side, you will be getting the answer directly. So let us proceed. DE parallel to AC. Let us find the triangle in which DE is parallel to AC. DE parallel to AC. So obviously that triangle is triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC. implies BD by DA DE equals to BE by PC. Make it equation 1. Forget of everything, these all you forget. Now simply see, this line is parallel to this line, so BD by DA equals to BE by EC. I think now you understand. This one is given parallel to this one. Now we have to find a triangle in which DF is parallel to AE. DF is parallel to AE. Obviously that triangle is triangle ABE. So also in triangle ABE, DF is parallel to AE. This implies BD by DA equals to BF by FE. Number 2. And these two follow by BPT or Thales theorem. Now from equation 1 and 2 we can see that LHS is equal. From 1 and 2 we get BE by EC equals to BF by FE. And you can see this only is the proof part, only we have to revert it. This implies BF by FE equals to BE by EC, and hence proved. So always target the triangle or find the triangle in which you can get this pair of parallel lines, you will be getting the solution. Now question number 6 of exercise 6.2 NCERT. Children, you open the book and see what is the question given. I am explaining also what is given in the question. In this over here it is given that triangle PQR in which AB is parallel to PQ and AC is parallel to PR. We have to prove that BC is parallel to QR. So obviously, as I said, proceed in the way as it is given, you will be getting the result. Now AB parallel to PQ. Find a triangle in which AB is parallel to PQ. AB parallel to PQ. So in triangle OPQ, AB is parallel to PQ. So we can write OA by AP equals to OB by QB. Similarly, AC parallel to PR. AC parallel to PR. In triangle OPR, we can write OA by AP equals to OC by CR. So from these two equations we are getting OB by OQ equals to OC by OR, which in triangle OQR by converse of Thales theorem we will be getting that BC is parallel to QR, and hence the proof. Let us write it. In triangle OPQ, AB is parallel to PQ implies OA by AP equals to OB by BQ by BPT. Make it equation number 1. Now let us find the triangle in which the other pair is there. So in triangle OPR, AC is parallel to PR. This implies OA by AP equals to OC by CR by BPT. Make it number 2. So from 1 and 2 we get OB by BQ equals to OC by CR. Make it number 3. Therefore, in triangle OQR, OB by BQ equals to OC by CR implies BC parallel to QR by converse of BPT and hence proved. Now question number 7 of exercise 6.2. It says that using theorem 6.1. Now theorem 6.1 is Thales theorem. Prove that a line drawn through the midpoint, let us name it D. So AD equals to DB, it is given. Line drawn to the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side. So DE parallel to BC, it is given. Bisects the third side. So we have to prove AE equals to AC. So if you remember, this same theorem we have done in class 9 as converse of midpoint theorem. Using congruency rule we did in class 9. So over here I am writing, given a triangle ABC in which AD equals to DB. Implies AD by DB equals to 1, we can write. Also DE is parallel to BC. To prove AE equals to EC. Now proof part. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. Therefore, by BPT, AD by DB equals to AE by EC. This implies 1 equals to AE by EC from equation 1. This implies AE equals to EC and hence proved. So you can see it is proved more easily with the help of BPT theorem. Now question number 8. It says that prove that the line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. This is actually the whole statement of midpoint theorem. So question number 8, figure. Over here it is given that this is E is the midpoint of AC and D is the midpoint of AB. So given question number 8. So given a triangle ABC in which AD by DB equals to AE by EC, and what we have to prove? To prove DE is parallel to BC. So proof. In triangle ABC, AD by DB equals to AE by EC from 1. This implies DE is parallel to BC by converse of BPT and hence proved. Question number 9. Question number 9 says that triangle ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC and the diagonals AC and BD intersect at O. prove that AO by OC equals to BO by OD. For this, let us draw OF parallel to AB, which is also parallel to DC. So DC parallel to FO, which is parallel to AB. Now we will find a triangle in which AF by FD equals to AO by OC, and that triangle will be triangle ADC. That is AO by OC, we will be getting one ratio, that is in LHS. So in triangle ADC, FO is parallel to DC, implies, so first construction also we had to write. Construction, draw OF parallel to DC and which is parallel to AB. Now proof part. In triangle ADC, FO is parallel to DC, implies AF by FD equals to AO by OC by BPT. Make it number 1. Again, in triangle ADB, FO is parallel to AB, implies DF by FA equals to DO by OB, or the reverse also we can write, AF by FD equals to BO by OD by BPT. Now from 1 and 2 we can see LHS is equal. From 1 and 2 we get AO by OC equals to BO by OD, and hence proved. Now question number 10. Question number 10 of exercise 6.2. It says that ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AO by BO equals to CO by DO. We have to prove that ABCD is a trapezium. That is, we have to prove a pair of line to be parallel. So for this also, we will be drawing a line parallel either to DC or parallel to AB. I have drawn over here parallel to DC. You can draw the same line parallel to AB, and we'll prove that this line is also parallel to this line, and hence we will be getting a pair of line parallel in this quadrilateral, and hence this quadrilateral will be a trapezium. So let us proceed. Now over here children, it is given that AO by BO equals to CO by DO. So we can write over here, this implies AO by CO equals to BO by DO, to make this by this equals to this by this. Now what I have written, draw OF is parallel to DC, OF parallel to DC, OF parallel to DC. Now proof part. In triangle ADC, OF is parallel to DC by construction. Therefore, by BPT, AF by FD equals to AO by OC. Now AO by OC equals to BO by BO from 1. So therefore AF by FD equals to BO by DO, or DF by AF equals to DO by OB. implies FO is parallel to AB by converse of BPT in triangle DAB. Therefore, DC is parallel to AB. FO parallel to DC we have constructed and FO parallel to AB we have proved. So DC is parallel to AB we have got. So this implies ABCD is a trapezium. And hence proved.